If you are wondering how to rebuild trust in your relationship because you have literally tried everything and nothing seems to be working, this is the video for you. Hey guys, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach, and I wanted to create a video around rebuilding trust, right? This is something that I get quite frequently in my one on one coaching sessions, in my emails, in my DMs, just asking how to rebuild trust. Coach Danny, I totally messed up. I feel like I have done everything that I possibly can. Nothing seems to be working. What am I missing? How do I rebuild trust with my partner? So, I wanted to create this video so you feel like you have a little bit of guidance, so you feel like you have some recommendations that you can start to apply today so you start to see some results, right? So, the first thing that you have to take into consideration and that I highly recommend is being completely and totally transparent. Oftentimes, what I find is the breaking of trust can happen for multiple reasons, right? So it can be infidelity, it can be the withholding of the truth, it can be just honestly the way in which you communicate. If you do not share your emotions productively, effectively, if you aren't completely transparent with the way that you're feeling about certain things. So let me give you a perfect example. Let's say you're not in the best of moods one day, right? And your partner picks up on it and they ask you, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? And you say, yeah, no, I'm totally fine. Yeah, I'm good. No worries. I'm good. And then the next day, you call them out for something that they did yesterday, even though that you pretended like you were totally fine. That creates a level of mistrust because your partner feels like they can't actually take you for your word. They can't take you at your word because what you're saying may not necessarily be true. So again, keep in mind, it's not just about the acts that you do in the relationship to break trust, right? Infidelity, flirting, all of those types of things. It could be as simple as your form of communication and your ability to effectively communicate the way that you are feeling. So complete and total transparency. If your partner asks you what's going on, tell them. If your partner asks you if you're not feeling okay, tell them. If you are okay, that's okay to tell them too, but make sure that you are being honest in that moment, right? Congruency. Congruency is so important. Your words matching your actions and vice versa. The second piece to that is consistency. Being consistent is what maintains and helps to rebuild trust in a relationship. So, if you are the type of individual that has a tendency of being flaky or not following through on your word, then you have to make sure that you are making it a priority to consciously follow through with what you say. So, if you tell your partner, hey, I want to take you to dinner on Friday at 7 p.m., you make sure that you take them to dinner on Friday at 7 p.m. If you tell them that you're going to be home every day at 5 p.m., you're home every day at 5 p.m. Yes, things happen. That may not necessarily be realistic all the time, but that is where the communication piece comes into play. If you're not going to be home by 5 p.m., you give your partner a call, you tell them what's going on, why, and what time you'll be home, right? The consistency aspect is what actually helps to create a feeling of stability and safety. And the more your partner feels stable and safe, the more they have the tendency of opening up, right? The more comfortable they feel with becoming a little bit more vulnerable and sharing a little bit more and letting you in a little bit more. But again, that takes time. That takes effort. So if you are thinking that you're going to be able to rebuild trust like this, that's not realistic, right? We have to approach this from a realistic standpoint. It's going to take time. It could take anywhere from a few months to a year, right? Depending on the severity of the situation, depending on how much the trust was broken in your relationship. The third part is taking accountability, right? If you messed up, own it. There's nothing wrong with owning your mistakes. If anything, it's commendable. If anything, it's more respectable to be able to own what you did wrong. If you messed up, right, and your partner caught you, whatever the case may be, and you try to pretend like that never happened, or you try to gaslight them, or you try to deflect, that's going to contribute to your partner not trusting you. And this ties into what I said at the beginning in regards to transparency. Being transparent means that you are completely open and honest. And that also means that if you mess up, you take accountability for your actions. You don't immediately get defensive. You don't put the blame on your partner. You don't put the blame on somebody else. And that will help you along in starting to rebuild trust in the relationship. The last piece to the puzzle is forgiveness, right? You have to forgive yourself for whatever mistakes you made. You know, it's not productive to continually beat yourself up. Because if you do that, what you're actually doing is you're contributing to a negative mindset. You're feeding into this negative voice inside your head saying that you messed up, that you're not good enough, that you'll never make up for the mistakes that you made. And to be honest with you, if you are coming from that mindset, how do you think you will ever be able to achieve convincing your partner that they can trust you again if you don't even trust yourself? So forgive yourself. Even if your partner has not forgiven you yet, that is okay. That's going to take time. But it is incredibly important that you forgive yourself for whatever mistakes that you made so that you can get into a more healthy and positive mindset that will give you the motivation and the drive to be able to rebuild the trust in the relationship long term. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you leave your comments down below. I try to read as many as possible. I try to respond to as many as possible as well. Maybe you just want to know a little bit more, right? You want to dive in a little bit deeper. You can visit us at www.happily committed.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos related to this subject and many other subjects as well. If you feel like you just need more support, right? If you feel like your situation is very particular, you feel like you've tried everything, you feel like you've tried what I have suggested and it's still not working, I would be more than happy to have a one-on-one coaching session with you. And again, you can book that via the website, and you can book with either myself or any of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you're staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you soon.